Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And I'm Melissa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
Yo, we got a legend in the building, Irv Gotti.
Hey, Tails, July 2nd.
We were just talking before the show that Irv has mastered promo because our team was down at the BET Awards and said that every other word out your mouth was Tails July 2nd.
You know, when you work so hard, Jason, Melissa, when you work so hard, like going back to when I just started Tales, which was like, say, 7-8 years ago, you know, and you work so hard to get the show sold, which is not easy. Anyone who knows it is not easy to get a show on television.
You can have everything, and
especially a scripted show.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, reality is something different, but scripted, you got to get network approval and network this and network is very hard. So when you finally make it and you get the show on, and now this is the second season, and I got Kanye West, you know what I'm saying, with a brand new record with featuring Charlie Wilson
coming
and
on
everything.
This season?
Coming on this July 2nd. July 2nd, Kanye West. If you want to hear the record, the only way to hear the record, his new record produced by me and Seven, is if you tune in.
How did you get Kanye West? Because he had a burnout year. It's been a rough year for Kanye. To get Kanye now to come back and to be ET?
Listen. Almost 2 years it took me.
Damn.
And anyone who's ever worked with Kanye knows it's not done until that signature and is done.
Yeah.
Because he will swerve.
Yes.
Right? Legendary. Right? So I busted my ass, man. And you know, Kanye is a good friend of mine, and I gotta really say thank you to him for giving me the record. And because he gave me the record, it's like it turned my Tales thing into a huge thing. It's now going to be seen on BET as well as MTV, July 2nd, and it's going to be seen across the globe, across the world on every Viacom network
Is
in
it
the
because
planet
of the song?
Earth.
Because of the song?
Well, yeah. I mean, if I would have had a regular song, I don't think Bob Backish, the chairman of Viacom, does that. But because I have Kanye, I was like, yo, I kind of worked my mojo. I said, yo, if I get Kanye, man, we can't be regular. We can't do it regular or whatever. And he actually, Bob Backish, who's like one of my close friends now, he was like, if you get Kanye, we'll do a global thing. And he has the power to push that button. And
I oftentimes say that Jason is the most determined, driven individual that I've ever met, and I'll take it back. But I take it back now. You actually are, because I've known me and Irv go so far back.
Yes.
And I mean, you haven't changed, darling.
Yes.
I love it though.
I mean,
your energy is infectious.
Yes.
You know, like everybody, and you're just so.
You know,
dope.
but it's again, thank you, Melissa. But again, when you work so hard for something, you damn right. Like I'm going hard, man. Like.
Nobody gonna believe in you more than you.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say Tales came out the gate swinging because the first
swinging.
episode was "Fuck the Police."
Yes,
and which
I directed.
But everybody knows about your directorial prowess. But
I was
proud of that.
We had Chet here on the show.
We had Chet here, and I mean, I have not forgotten the episode. I still think about it constantly because I loved the spin that you guys.
Chet was great.
Chet was awesome.
Did you when the 360 with the gun, the bang, 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 bang?
Yes.
Chet was so dope. He had a few moments where, as a director, you come give your actors and actresses notes.
Yeah.
So I would come give him notes, but he was the character.
Yeah.
And I would come on, and I'm like, oh shit, and then I would leave because I said I'm just gonna fuck it up because all I gotta do is say action because he is.
He embodied it.
Chet was kind of in danger of his persona becoming bigger than his talent.
Right.
And I think that episode stopped everybody in their tracks. Like,
they
this
really
is Tom Hanks' son. You know, he comes from acting royalty. Yeah, of course.
Because Tom Hanks is one of my favorites. You know that.
Yeah.
I told him with Tom Hanks, when Tom Hanks made this movie Road to Perdition, which is a great father-son, but he plays a gangster. When he played the gangster, like, you know, we all know Wilson, you know, like all that. But I know this guy's whole career from Bosom Buddies when he was on TV. Like, this guy is one of this generation's greatest actors.
National treasure.
So Chet, I'm like, man, you got shoes to fill, but Chet is so with the hip hop culture and everything, he played that role in Fuck the Police. It was made for him.
Yeah, it was. It was.
He's already tatted out. We just put in one fake tat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but he was already like in tune with the culture and in tune with being that role, even though he's Chet Hanks and Tom Hanks' son, but from the projects and being hood.
And that's why we brought him here. I mean, we didn't bring him here because he was Tom Hanks' son. I mean, him being on that show, him really standing out and doing his own thing and standing on his own feet.
Yeah.
How do you find talent like that? Like where you find somebody who doesn't have the biggest name.
I have great cast and directors. I got to shout out Leah Butler, who's like Lee Daniels.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she cast for Tales.
Oh, okay.
And I love having talks. Sometimes we fight and argue about the differences of a character. And she's like, you bugging or whatever like that. And I'm like, fuck that, you bugging or whatever like that. And for this particular role, she helped me cast both Matthew Noska, who played... Matthew Noska is like, yo, I want the next Brad Pitt. I said,
I remember. Yeah. He's
handsome.
He's very handsome.
So she called me, and the
Very.
funny thing with that role, she was like, Irv, do I got a motherfucker, right? I could curse, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay,
Say
so
whatever
she was
you
like,
want.
She was like, Irv, boy, do I got a motherfucker. And I was like, yeah, you got him? She's like, she said, yeah, but I got good news and bad news. She said, the good news is this motherfucker is handsome and he has it. When he walks into a room, she said, there's no denying how handsome this guy is. So the Brad Pitt look-wise, he got it.
Yeah.
She said, the bad news, he's never acted before in his life.
Oh, well, you know what? He was the furthest thing from terrible. You couldn't tell that.
No.
You could not tell it was his first acting job.
I just had my first acting job. I played myself. I did it better than anybody could.
Irv, this is the pitch right here.
Oh, no, I mean, since you brought it up. I text Latifah, I said, bitch, I'm out here now. I'm an actor. But no, it's interesting because, I mean, oftentimes people that don't have all these credits are overlooked. And then to get into a major project that has this look, that's really what gives some people the fuel to just keep going,
Yeah.
What was good with Matthew is that when I spoke to him, he was the character too. He was exactly a cool white boy and just cool and, played ball. He listens to hip hop and he was just cool. So how I directed him was like, yo, just be yourself.
A lot of people don't.
yourself.
A lot of people don't know, or don't realize that you have a strong directorial background from doing
videos,
from doing music videos back in the days. I've always
Did
wanted.
he ever direct you?
No, he has not. I have never stood in
never
front of
booked
this
you?
motherfucker's camera, so I was about to take that up with him.
In all honesty, though, like it was before I started doing.
It kind of was
directed, and she was in like.
I was taking the exit ramp at that point and becoming
she was
like
on
a television.
Every catastrophic. She was like the first like major video person that everyone knew who she was, just like they knew the artist. So by the time I started directing videos, because I was on all of the sets with Hype, because Hype is my brother. But by the time that I started doing it, it was like
I'd started to do.
She's doing other things.
Hosting with BET and ESPN and that sort of thing.
She was like on the next wave.
I keep trying to tell her she needs to pop up in something hot right now.
Kind of like Tails? I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean,
Tails could happen.
Tails for sure. But I mean, like,
he wants me to do like a Drake or a Kanye or
I know, but he's kind of that would be hot.
Just to come back and kill it just one more time.
Just one huge video and show like. Wow! One more time.
I wouldn't turn it.
I agree.
I wouldn't turn it down. I wouldn't turn it down. But I always did want to ask you if Hype Williams was the source of your inspiration, because your videos, your videos totally mirrored that whole cinematic.
Listen, unlike every other director who's bit and stole from Hype, who worked for Hype, and basically a Hype juniors, I will give it up. I will say,
I know exactly who he's talking about.
It's a lot.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Most directors was working for Hype as a PA or as a AD or something, and we all borrow from Hype. The only ones that didn't really borrow from Hype that I said was stood apart was like Brian Barber, who directed Moonlight in season 2 of Tales, July 2nd, and then and Paul Hunter.
Yeah.
They had their own like vibe. Most everyone else we are descendants of Hype. So most everything that I do in video wise, it was like, what would Hype do?
Yeah.
It would be like, what would Hype do?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, doing this and directing scripts and telling storylines and things of that nature is different.
Why?
You have to tell a story.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, but the videos, they told a story. There was some acting, but
my videos, I always try to incorporate a story from Goodfellas to Grease with Mesmerize. I'm fucking crazy and did Grease.
You did.
But, it's different.
Right.
Telling the story on TV and everything with videos, it's a lot of edits and it's moving. With videos, that's how it is. With television, you can let it breathe. Mm-hmm. I got my first movie deal.
Just recently?
Yeah, my guy Val Backus, he plugged me with Paramount. Okay. And I got my first movie deal where I'm going to direct and produce, and it's the story of a rapper who sells his soul to the devil.
Is it based on a true story?
Is that 50 Cent? Is that 50 Cent, or who are we talking about?
I mean, you know what it is, though? I'm going to take the analogies in hip hop. Mm-hmm. Like one of the things in hip hop is if a rapper has, his down ass chick, his girlfriend, as soon as when he becomes a star, that's damaged. Like, and I could attest to that.
When he becomes a star.
Yeah. I could even attest to that. Me and Deb was married.
Why is it? Because now you have all these options and you're out there?
Yeah, you're fucking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, why do you think most rappers won't just own it though? Because I mean, I kind of feel like
I own it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they probably still with their girl.
Their girl.
You know what I'm saying? And they live in that double life. So one of the things I wanted to touch on in the movie is I want to place the blame on the devil. And it's the devil that's
But what's the devil?
perpetuating.
Well, no, the actual devil or the industry devil or money devil?
The devil's temptation.
Selling the soul to the devil. And then when he sells his soul, the devil is going to want to try and separate him from everything good. So if the wife is
family
good,
wife.
But the side chick is going to be so entertaining, right? Because the side chick is going to be every man's dream. Like every man's dream.
In physical form or
in
just...
the physical form.
Okay.
Going to meet her at the strip club because that's where rappers go.
Well, you just saw Black China in the hallway, so I mean, maybe you can cast her.
I spoke to her about, because I'm also doing a spinoff. If you guys watched the first season of Tales, I did Trap Queens, which was one of our highest viewed episodes. We did like 1.2 million.
So all the money must be in TV and film because you're known for...
No, it's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Is it the back end that's good?
It's everything is good.
Okay. So are you not as inclined to go back to music?
No, I'm gonna go back. Okay. I'm gonna go back to music just because I love it.
Because all the projects you're doing, you could also do soundtracks and music and scoring and all that.
I'm doing all of that. Okay. I do all of the scoring and thing for Tales. So I set myself up. With the movie I'm going to do, I'm doing all of the music. Me and my man Ching Santana, we do everything.
Oh, that must be fun. I've always wanted to score something.
Oh, it is fun. When you sit there and look at it and got to find
the right music, the right sound. Yeah.
Like, so understand, it's not just us making beats.
Yeah.
We're sitting there and...
Yeah, you're setting the mood.
When
you're
moving
people's emotions.
You're going with the emotion of the scene.
You know what I love about him though? Just your intensity in what you do. You've always, even from before,
level 10 always.
Even like me, I'm on a fucking 10, especially when it comes to my shit. Because I always try to tell people, Hollywood Unlocked has the tea and all that. That's the news. That's the news that drives the engagement. Yeah. But now that we've created our world, now we're expanding into events. Now we're expanding to radio. Right. Now we want to expand into digital content.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Where does the intensity come from? Is it just that you're passionate about it?
I would do this for free.
Damn.
Yeah.
I won't.
Yeah.
Right.
But he loves it that much. No, because I ain't gonna lie.
But I would actually make music, TV, films. I love it. Yeah. When you're on set for sometimes videos is 20 hours or whatever. So if you don't love what you do, you're not gonna survive.
I always try to tell people when they post on Facebook, "Oh, I can't wait till the weekend." It's just like, find another job that you enjoy every day, because I don't have a fucking weekend.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I posted on my Instagram one time, and it was Sunday, and I'm like, it's crazy because I work on Saturdays and I don't stop. Right. But I gotta wait for people to get to Monday.
He's hella entertaining on Instagram, and when he writes, it's exactly how he talks. Right. Like I hear his voice in his Instagram post.
So I recently ran into you in New York at the Anthony Joshua fight. Weren't you there?
That was my brother, probably.
Was it? Do you guys look exactly alike?
They look quite a lot
alike. We get
alike,
mixed up all the time.
Oh, well, I had a conversation with him for it wasn't a long one, but it was like long enough to where that nigga fooled me.
Yeah, it's Chris.
But did you see the fight?
Yeah, I seen the Joshua fight.
What did you think about it? That.
The guy called the
Ortiz.
The Butterbean.
Yes.
You know what kills me in the heavyweight division and everything? Even the big white guy what's his guy?
Klitschko?
Tyson Fury. No, Fury.
I don't know him.
Yes, you do. He fought the other guy, and it was a draw. But he's another guy. When you see these fighters, they're not in shape, and I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Right. You're going to get your ass whooped.
It's not even though that you're going to get your ass whipped. It's like, are you really taking it serious? I can't take you serious if you come in the fucking fight and you got a bigger gut than me.
Right.
And I'm not in shape.
Well, fat guys are definitely winning now.
Yeah.
Because he
put his head out.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, he put his head out and his fucking titties was jiggling and his belly was jiggling.
And he won.
And he won. I hope next fight, I hope he just gets in shape. That's all.
For sure. So look, speaking of in shape, so you're over at BET, 50's coming over at BET. Are you guys, where does your relationship stand now? Because you guys
There is none.
There's no friendship.
There'll never be any, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you don't think you'll get to a point of success where you both are in TV?
We are at a point of success. I'm doing well, he's doing well, but we do not need to talk. We don't like, what am I going to say to this guy after all of the shit that we've been through?
I mean, living in New York when it all was
Could I ever invite him over to my crib?
Not to your crib.
All right, but if I can't, I'll never trust him.
Yeah.
I'll never think. And look, it's fine. Mm-hmm. It's fine. Everyone needs to get over it and move on, and we could coexist.
So, question for you, because I lived in New York when all of this stuff was going down. The
drama.
Yeah. So, what's your current relationship like with Ja? You guys are still
me and Ja is till death.
Till death. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So
I'll be at his funeral if he dies before me. He'll be at mine.
He just follows us on Instagram. Shout out to him.
Tons.
Ja's a great guy. If you know Ja, he's one of the best, coolest human beings, man.
But he's trying to redo that music festival thing. Are you going to get on that?
Yeah. So what? Yeah,
no, that's his thing.
What was your thoughts about the whole Fry Festival situation?
I support Ja to the fullest.
Right.
And you weren't going to go to that festival.
I was.
Were you?
Yeah, I was going to support him. What are you kidding me?
Cheese sandwiches with everybody.
But listen, we didn't know it was cheese sandwiches
it looked good
and fucking FEMA tents, guys. We didn't know that. The reason why all them rich white people went because it looked like holy shit.
Let me tell you.
Hold on, you been to Coachella?
Listen.
You gotta fucking wear a mask. You been to Burning Man? It's like you're inhaling dust all day. Now here comes a festival in the Bahamas in the water.
And every major supermodel.
With Bella Hadid and Kendall Jenner? Sign me the fuck up. Are you kidding me? The promotions and everything was great. They just didn't execute it. They should. You know what they should have did?
What?
Shot the guy, the guy who's in jail
what
now?
they should have did was they should have known. When you looked at the things, every expert was like, this needed 18 months.
Yeah.
They tried to pull it off in 4, right? But what he was supposed to do, Billy, he was supposed to go, yo, we're postponing. We're gonna get it right, and he should have built and got it right. But that guy was probably doing so much wheeling and dealing and Peter Pay Paul and this like that. He probably took all that money that people fucking paid and paid this one and that one. He's like, nigga, this show can't stop. It must go on.
What I loved about Ja Rule, though, let me tell you. He was in the Firefest doc all through the marketing of it, and then when shit started going south, you didn't see Ja Rule no more. Did you realize that?
Gone.
Did you know?
He got the fuck out.
Yeah.
Listen, Ja wasn't there when everything was. He was in Chicago performing. And what I like to say about Ja, he could have took the Kendall Jenner route and said, "Yo, I'm fucking a rapper. You know about all this technical shit," which he didn't. He found out just how everyone else found out of this guy's fucking
what he was up to.
debauchery.
Yeah.
You understand? He was part of the idea and expanding it to it being something great. But all of the fucked up shit, it wasn't him. And what you need to know about the guy, he could have easily took the route of, yo, I'm an artist. I didn't know nothing. But instead, he was like, yo, I thought of it. And he took some fucking weight. And I was like, yo, don't take the weight. When they putting that fucking mic in front of Kendall Jenner, she's like, they paid me to say that. I don't know nothing about these fucking FEMA twins. I didn't order the block cheese for the fucking cheese
the government cheese.
Yeah, I didn't order the government cheese and shit.
And Kendall did the same when the whole fucking Pepsi thing went down. Remember when she did the whole when they did the whole Black Lives?
It's not me. It's not like
they told me to throw the wig at the bitch.
Right.
Like
they paid me and said do this, and everyone believes it because that's exactly what the fuck happened.
Right.
But when Ja Rule got out of prison and everybody was celebrating him getting out, and then the whole him and 50 stuff starts up again. Do you think that's just because the beef keeps people's name relevant? Because Ja doesn't really seem to be looking for drama. It always seems to be 50 looking for it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's 50. 50's whole
marketing strategy.
Yeah, is
real life question.
Do you think everyone really owes him? He's probably calling these guys, yo, I'm going to say you owe me. And
that shit is
most
so
of the guys is probably
weird.
Scared of him for whatever fucking reason. You don't need to be. Trust me, the guy's harmless.
What? Okay, so
really?
Harmless.
Because I always tell Floyd.
He's not harmless. He'll snitch and put you in jail now. But violent? No.
So, Irv, wait, I have to add. No,
okay,
hold on. My spirit animal is sitting less than 5 feet away.
I know.
Because I feel like people in this industry are so tight-lipped about just saying what the fuck needs to be said. I feel like honesty saves us all time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't do many interviews, because the people close to me
they call you up. What the fuck?
No, because I tell the truth. Mm-hmm. It's very uncommon when you're sitting with an interview and you ask someone a question and he just says the truth.
Yeah. But why? Where does that fit?
Because I have a fear. I have no fear of anything. Mm-hmm. Like, what the fuck is they gonna do to me? Anybody?
Not even the physical part. Just in the industry, in your own business, you're successful enough to be able to say, I can say what I want. It's not gonna stop a bag. I'm gonna just keep saying.
That's freedom.
I feel like a lot of people don't have that.
I mean, sometimes it even stops a bag. When I did The Breakfast Club, I leaked that it was Kanye that had the thing that got me in a lot of fucking hot water.
But on the back end,
so I even say shit to my detriment.
But in the back end, because July 2nd, it still works for you.
Yeah.
July 2nd, Tails, Brothers, Kanye.
I'm super excited about that. Okay, so
directed by Gotti.
Here's what a lot of people probably don't know, especially young people these days.
Right.
Why do you think that 50 made it his focus,
right,
unwavering focus to make Ja Rule
There's a lot of conspiracy theories, and I'll go through them. But I want to first make a disclaimer.
Okay.
So if y'all post anything, please put this disclaimer.
Okay, we will.
They're asking me questions about 50.
Okay.
I do not want to talk about 50.
Okay.
I want to talk about Tails.
July 2nd.
Brothers, Kanye West.
Directed by Gotti.
Okay. But since they're asking me questions, I'm going to answer it.
Just for history.
So I don't want, like, he'll sit all these niggas talking and all his fans, you always talk about 50. I don't want to talk about this nigga. Okay?
Disclaimer said.
But can I add to the disclaimer? Can I add to this disclaimer? Yes. When they said Irv Gotti was coming on the show, I said, I have to pack a couple questions in here that get him going, because you answer you just say whatever you think.
It's a couple conspiracy theories on why. He would like to say that Ja didn't shake my hand because I was with the guy who robbed him for his chain.
Okay. I remember hearing that.
Okay. Now, if we go into that, just that thought.
Yeah. That's petty.
You're mad at us because we didn't shake your hand?
Yeah.
I remember Snoop one time, and he said, someone was trying to diss him, and he had the greatest reply. He said, man, I don't know, I ain't probably signed this nigga hat or something. And I was like, that was the best answer in the world. He's like, this nigga mad at me, I probably didn't sign this nigga's hat.
Right.
So the whole beef, which that's what he says the beef is about, is completely like
illogical.
It's stupid. Mm-hmm. We didn't shake your hand, dog. Mm-hmm. So you was thinking about is that much. Okay.
So I get it. That's one theory.
One theory. The next theory is like a Hollis Southside thing. He's from Southside. We Hollis niggas, and that's like the Hatfield.
Southside.
Queens.
It's like the Hatfield McCoys. Then another conspiracy theory is that Preem was fucking with us, and he probably wished a nigga like Preem was fucking with him.
Is that Preem that passed away, right?
No, Preem's in jail doing double life.
Okay.
Shout out my nigga. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So
I know,
that
it's
could be
okay.
the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
The other conspiracy theory that I really believe is, why not come at us? We was on top of the world. I'm going to come at them.
Touche.
Watch this. I'm going to come at them, and then I'm going to take his style. God damn, this nigga Ja's good. I'm going to steal his shit. When you look at 21 questions and put it on me, guys, it's the same video. Like, so then he's going to say, wow, I wouldn't even want to be like Ja. This nigga's a wankster. He's singing. He's doing all this shit. And then this nigga just took the whole shit. It was like masterpiece theater. You understand? It's like masterpiece theater of what he did. And then, he had Eminem and Dre.
Mm-hmm. So
Eminem's fan base immediately went to 50. Mm-hmm. And then he got in
the club.
When I heard that record, I was like, fuck, we got a problem.
Wait.
Shit, we got a fucking problem. But hey, let's fast forward today. Mm-hmm. People like to say, oh, he killed your career. No, he didn't. Look at the history. After he did what he did, we dropped 2-3 albums, all multi-platinum, Ashanti, platinum, multi-platinum, whatever. You ain't stop shit, nigga. The government really slowed us down because they stopped giving me $1, right? And then, okay, let's look at his career. This last record, this nigga was making records with like all types of pop niggas, man.
I didn't catch it.
And with me, just pull it up. All his last records is with like, what's the guy from fucking Maroon 5?
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine. I don't know these motherfuckers. Adam Levine.
He did something with like Christina Aguilera. And I'm like, dog, our records went pop, but we wasn't making pop records. We made black music that went pop. People used to say Irv is like the new Barry Gordy because that's what Barry did. He made black music that crossed. Like we never made I'm Real ain't pop, nigga. That ain't a pop record. It just crossed and it was the biggest record in the world.
Why do you think Ashanti never got the love and respect that she deserved? Because I know there was something on the red carpet once where there was, I think the MTV Awards, J-Lo was getting an honor, and she said, I hope she performed songs that I wrote. And people were like, because she doesn't really come out anywhere and say anything, like you never hear from her.
I mean, that's true. She wrote some verses for Ain't It Funny. I believe Ja wrote the hook and everything, but
what's the relationship like now with Ashanti?
I mean, we're moving. I have no problems with Ashanti. I'm trying to forget the bad stuff in the past and just move forward because the future looks so bright. And I'm getting all this money. I'm good, right? But like when I hear things like that, it's like. Well, hey, I'm gonna say right because a lot of Ashanti's writing, right, which she's a phenomenal writer, but I'm gonna take some credit, and I'm gonna be like I was the dude in the studio telling you what to write and giving you that hip hop cultured energy that was producing those records. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm Real. She referenced the whole record, and. She was pissed because the record was so dope. She was like, let me keep the record. I said, yo, it's for J-Lo, stop. You know what I'm saying?
Let it go.
Let it go. And then with Ain't It Funny was another.
The big record.
we took fucking flavor in your ear just to fuck with Diddy. Just to fuck with Diddy.
So Irv's so antagonistic.
No, this is what I'm saying.
But then
that's what the people would want.
But then you can't help but love him anyways.
Listen, the video, I told J-Lo, wear Kango, tank top, and do the thing. You know the Diddy dance?
Wait, but are you?
I was like, yo, you gotta get a Diddy dance.
Are you literally, as you're creating, thinking of stuff like that?
Of how to fuck with people? Absolutely.
I love it.
He's doing it.
Like with,
I'm taking notes.
Like Ja wrote I'm Real. So he did the line, what's the deal with me and so. I tell them niggas mind their business, but they don't hear me though. You know what I'm saying? That like ignited it. So when the record went so fucking big and Tommy's like, I need another hit. I said, fuck it, let's use flavor in your ear. Let's use flavor in your ear. And mama, it was just so sonically, so gangster, and so right? And then so when they heard it, they was like, oh my God. I played it for Puff.
What'd he say?
This is a great story.
Because he samples like a motherfucker, so he caught it.
No, this is a great story. So they was like, yo, Puff is at the Four Seasons. He was going to Four Seasons. I jet over there. So I see Puff, he's getting out of the car. I'm like, yo, Diddy. And mind you, I love Diddy. Mm-hmm. That's my man. Mm-hmm. But I played it for him because I have to. He got to clear the sample. Mm-hmm. He owns flavor in your ear. Mm-hmm. We use the master, the publishing. If he says no, we're fucked. So I had to play it for him. Mm-hmm. So I said, yo, come on. I said, yo, I got a record, another record I did with J-Lo. He's looking at me and he can see it. He can see it. Like, got it. What the fuck did you do, right? I said, come on, get in the car. Gets in the car. Dun, 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 it must be the ass. And I'm sitting there looking at him and he sees, he's like, this nigga took my shit. And it's hot, but he's not mad. Mm-hmm. Boom, and you know, it's the Ink and Lopez. Nah, ain't been a while since you gone, and going down. And then when it got to the hook, ain't it funny how you want me? Life is crazy. I said, you motherfucker, and gets out the car. Nigga, I get out the car. I said, yo, watch the car. I'm Diddy. Stop. Hold up. And when I stopped, he said, you motherfucker, or whatever like that. And I was like, yo, listen. Calm down. And I was just like, just take the record. Take 100%.
Really?
Yeah, he took the 100% of that.
Really?
He sure
He
did.
got paid. And he charged a ridiculous fee to use it.
Wait, but why would you give 100%?
It's fucking, we didn't change it or whatever. It's fucking flavor in the air.
Yeah.
So the beat side, not the writer's side.
Okay.
So the B side, me and Seven, who we produced the record, we got producer royalties, but we didn't really get no pub.
So why do you think we don't make music like that anymore? Like, I feel like there's no, like, now it's just what's hot for like the first 2 weeks and then move on to the next thing.
I mean, it's this generation. Mm-hmm. And it's like this generation, which I love. That's why on Tale Season 2, that premieres on July 2nd, only on BET, I picked 4 new songs. Mm-hmm. I picked XO Tour Life. Mm-hmm. I picked Migos, Slippery. I picked Cardi B. Okay. And then I picked XXX Tentacion, Moonlight. Mm-hmm. So I went 4 new, 4 like Ghetto Boys Mind Playing Tricks on Me.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Oh, that one is crazy.
I can't wait to see that. Is it shot already?
It's a horror.
Oh.
Fuck it, I'll tell you the thing. I just got to give it up. It's a horror.
Scary.
Listen, it's a horror.
Okay.
It's the reverse Get Out.
Get
people? Out was white women duping black males. Mind Playing Tricks on Me is Mo McRae, handsome chocolate black man killing white bitches.
Oh my God.
Tune in only on BET.
Wait, so when you're in the creative room with your team, are you the one coming up with like these controversial topics?
Yes.
It's him.
No, but you could tell by the energy.
Yes, it's him for sure. Yeah, I came up with that concept because I want to ruffle feathers. Isn't that what we're here for?
Yeah, for sure.
We're here to entertain and thing. And you know, I feel like very responsible when you're in the entertainment business. You should try to entertain the best because you know these workers that have rough lives. They want to be entertained. That's what this business is for. Take me away for an hour, man. Mm-hmm. Do some bugged out shit or whatever, and I'm gonna talk. Yo, he killed that bitch. Yeah, he killed her.
Okay, let me ask.
He fucking killed her, man.
Let me ask you about the 2 old but iconic tracks you've got. You know, in this season of Tales, July 2nd, only on BET.
Only on BET.
Okay. Okay, so can you give us a little bit of information on MJB's My Life?
Well, first off, Mary J. Blige, you know,
she's
all due respect to Aretha Franklin. Love Aretha. Mm-hmm. All due respect.
I talked about Aretha on the show and got in a lot of trouble.
No, yes, but listen, no, I don't want to say nothing about Aretha Franklin is great, but Mary's my queen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I see Mary, I physically get on my knees and bow. Like, yo.
I believe that.
What did you think about her performance at BET the other night?
She destroyed it.
Yeah.
She destroyed it. But how could she not? The records is just
Timeless.
Yeah, she did My Life to set up My Life. I was waiting for her to do the second verse because I know that things will turn out fine. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Listen, that record.
It's so funny.
Look, I got goosebumps, right?
That record's one of the few in my Sonos that plays in my house every day.
No,
that's a good record to play. It'll get you charged. But that record, when I went to trial, I listened to that record every single day before I went to trial. And that line, I know that things will turn out fine. Yes, they would. Yes, they would.
Okay.
The ad lib, I would cry. I would be in the car, I would cry.
That goes back to all of us that remember Mary from that era. I remember Mary. Like you, I love that she's happy now.
No, but Mary's literally a part of the soundtrack of everyone's the lives
of the hip hop culture.
Yeah, like 40, 50 generations. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's not even that old. It's just in terms of how many people have adopted her as their queen.
I fuck a nigga up for Mary. If like.
Let me ask
Ken Dude probably had to stay in the house for a minute because niggas probably seen that nigga and tore that nigga up.
I heard in the streets Latifah put hands on him. I'm still trying to figure out what that was about.
It probably was over Mary. Like niggas is riding for Mary.
Yeah.
If Mary would have came forward and said, "Yo, you see that nigga, get him. Fuck that nigga would stay inside."
Total. Okay, so listen. Total sidebar question, just because it made me think of it. Rain on Me was My Life kind of sort of the musical inspiration for that?
Listen, Ashanti's named the princess because Mary's the queen, and I wanted to have the younger version of the queen.
Like, and sonically, there's similarities between the two.
When I made Ashanti's first album, all I did was carry over from what Puffy and Mary was doing.
Okay.
Look, and I give it up. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it was dope.
Yeah.
It was smart.
It was amazing.
The other thing, though, in all honesty, with Ashanti's first album, which I shouldn't say, but I don't give a fuck.
Fuck it.
Right. Is that I did it from a man's perspective.
Uh-huh.
All of those records was made for me to like. I didn't give a fuck if she liked them.
Oh, okay.
And then, honestly, she didn't really like the 3 singles.
Really?
Yeah, because, Foolish, she was like, why you got me singing over Biggie shit? And there was a lot of, I was a dictator. I was a dictator. What? Just do it. Why? Yo, get out the studio. Lock the door. Lock the door.
Oh my God.
She didn't like Happy because she felt like I wasn't letting her sing in tune, but I wasn't an R&B dude. So the professionalism that she understood with R&B, I would be like, this shit sound good to me.
But you just knew the business?
No, I just fucked with my gut.
Yeah.
So she was saying like professional singer things, and I was like, fuck you. Get out the studio.
Is it true she came out as a solo artist when Beyonce came out as a solo artist at the same time?
As crazy as this may sound, she came out before Beyonce and was the biggest, like we broke the record.
As a solo artist, yeah.
For a debut solo artist, we did 503. And the second album, Chapter 2, and Beyonce's first debut album with Crazy in Love, she outsold her. She outsold Beyonce. Beyonce kicked her ass in the long run. But the albums came out like a week or so apart, and we outsold her. So as crazy as it may sound, Ashanti and Beyonce was like competing for the throne. Beyonce she's incredible.
She's Beyonce.
Yeah.
She's Beyonce.
She truly is. When you think about Beyonce, it's like she's something out of this world.
Yeah.
She's a transcending artist and everything. And
question for you. No, this is a real question. So Dionne Warwick basically said that everybody.
Why you bring her ass
up?
up?
No, because I'm asking it.
I thought we killed her off 3 episodes.
Well, I don't know what she's talking about, so let me hear what you're talking about.
Dionne Warwick just basically said,
that's right.
Everybody needs to stop the icon conversation when it comes to Beyonce. What do you think about that?
We're gonna stop right after she stops chain smoking.
I'm gonna say.
What do you think makes an icon?
I'm gonna say on behalf of the whole Beehive Nation. Fuck you, Dionne Warwick.
Thank you.
Okay.
We said we buried her 3 episodes.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay, so having been in the industry for basically
there's
30 years.
There's no questioning Beyonce,
Irv, please come back anytime you want.
What can't Beyonce do at the highest level? When we was competing, that's why when Ashanti, she was like, oh, I want to do this, and that's why she wanted to dance more and everything. But I used to say, yo, you never gonna outdance her.
Yeah,
and that's why I think
I was like, yo, let's hit him with the feeling songs, because that's our strength. See, my days are gone without you. And we're gonna make them songs that they're gonna sing, rain on We gonna hit him with the feeling.
But do you think the problem is that
let's go to Mary route? You can't compete with somebody in what they do.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you think people are too busy looking at other people's races and just find their own lane and run that race the best?
I've always been find my own lane. I think my greatest accomplishment was Rule's second album, Rule 336. Because here I was.
Not even all the work you did on Blueprint?
No. Blueprint, I ain't doing.
No, Reasonable Doubt.
Reasonable Doubt, I mean, Reasonable Doubt.
No, my greatest work is 336, and let me explain why. I'm a part of Jay-Z and Rockefeller. Like, yo, it's The Rock. I'm a part of that.
Yeah, from the beginning.
And I helped them reach the pinnacle. I'm a part of Double R. I signed DMX, exec'd his first album with DNY, and had a big fucking hand in X becoming X. So now they're in my way. I get a label deal, and my brother's in my way. So 336, every little thing that we do. X is not making that record. Jay is not making that record. Where would I be without you? I only think about you. They're not making those records. The Murder Inc. sound was created and made out of necessity because my brothers was in my way. First album, Ja sold 2 million. I'm like, fuck that. Jay sold like 8, X sold like 7. I want to sell fucking 5. But they own them lanes. And when you look at what was created with 336, we carved our own lane in our niche. The Murder Inc. sound was created and developed. And that's why I'll always say that's my most important and best album I've ever been a part of. Because these guys is monsters. And they get fucking busy. So I can't, you're never gonna out-cool Jay-Z.
Nope.
That nigga is the coolest nigga that has ever been existed.
Dreads or not.
Listen, in my first thing, I didn't know about Cristal. Jay put me on.
Fact.
Nigga, I didn't know about the Iceberg and Versace store. We in Philly, and he knew the little store in the back blocks and everything that got the shit. So Jay, like everyone in the world, put us on. Me too. The nigga named me. I walked out of 560 State Street and niggas said, yo, Gotti, you Gotti. Everyone's calling me Gotti. So this is who's in front of me. And X is the nicest nigga with the mic and the most streetest, authentically street. You're not gonna outstreet this nigga.
His performance is crazy too.
There's at least 1,000 of us like me mobbing the street. When we starve and we eat, whatever's fair. Come on, stop. You're not. He got that lane sewn. This nigga Hove got this lane sewn. But I carved out my lane. And all three of us for the next 4 or 5 years was dropping albums and selling millions.
Okay, Tales airs July 2nd.
July 2nd, only.
Okay, so wait, so that brings me back to the second monster old school track, X Factor, Lauryn Hill.
I was so happy. Thank you. Shout out to RZA because he helped get it cleared. Lauryn is absolutely someone who I love dearly, like Mary.
Yeah.
Like Mary is like royalty. She's my queen, but like Lauryn is like a
ethereal being, like not even
god.
human.
Well, and the song
shit.
they have together is still fire too.
She's a god.
Yeah.
Who I worship and love both of them. So when I got it cleared, I literally went apeshit. I didn't think I was gonna get it cleared. So when they told me, and I called RZA because I heard he had a little piece of it and everything, and what gave me inspiration was Drake.
What?
Because he cleared it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
With his fucking song, and he cleared it. And I said, wait a minute. Can you clear that? And that's as soon as and we went for it, and she cleared it, and thank you, L Boogie. Miss Hill, I know she likes Miss Hill.
That was the only celebrity. I think the only celebrity besides Tristan fuck ass Thompson.
Oh my god,
that I don't fuck with. I mean, because she was the one. I went to shake her hand and she jumped
doesn't
back
touch.
and said, "Don't touch me."
She doesn't touch.
And don't call me Lauryn. Call me Miss Hill and walk
Do you
away.
want to hear a great story?
Yes, we
Would
do.
you like to hear my great Lauryn story
Yes.
that is absolutely true and real?
Yes.
So after I did the J-Lo records, like producer-wise, I'm scorching hot. She's on Sony, so they like, yo, see if you could work with Lauryn. They set up a studio session. Mikkel, Leah, and Mikkel, I love you, Mikkel. Mikkel was like her manager, handler, or whatever. And she gave me the instructions. When you meet Miss Hill, by no means are you to touch her. Mm-hmm. By no means are you to address her with anything but Miss Hill. But you know me. At this point in my life, I don't really give a fuck. I'm a wild man.
And
I'm making like more money. No. Listen, I'm making more money. But I'm like, no. I said, I'm going to do something. And if it works, we're going to make fucking great music. Mm-hmm. Sony, 8 p.m. I'm there with my guy, Little Rob. Mikkel keeps hitting me. Okay, she's coming in 30 minutes. Okay, you ready? She'll be in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm about to walk Miss Hill in. Remember, no touching, no thing. She comes in the studio, L Boogie, my nigga, and grab her. And I grab her and hug her and was like, yo, I love you, L Boogie.
Wait, but you all knew each other.
We knew each other from the game.
Yeah,
we didn't know each other.
But you didn't know her personally.
No, but I'm Irv Gotti, on top of the world.
Rich, making money.
Money, $100 bills is raining from the sky, and I don't give a fuck. And I wanted to break that because I didn't want it to be about that. Mm-hmm. So I basically rolled the dice. Mikkel is in the door like, ah! Right? And I'm holding Lauren like this, and I kept hugging her. And I was saying, yo, I love you. I was like, yo, I love you, L Boogie. And on some hip hop shit, that's L Boogie. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And just hugging her, and I let her go. And she looked at me and started smiling. And I said, Joe, I got her.
That was a big gamble.
Huge gamble.
I went to shake her hand. She was in a cocktail dress. And she jumped back and snatched her hand. I was like, what the fuck I do?
No, listen. If you're in a crowded place, she's about that.
Yeah, for sure.
So the only chance you got if she was to walk in here and you grab and be like, hey, Miss Hill, she could still wild out, but you'll have better chances. Mm-hmm. The fact that it was her in this isolated room, because she tells the world that, to respect that. Miss Hill, don't touch me, right? I was hugging that motherfucker. I was like, because I love her. Mm-hmm. She made Miseducation. Mm-hmm. Everything is, don't, come on, man, stop. I love this motherfucker. She sings, she rap her ass off. And she's with the culture. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel that Fugees and, Miseducation push culture all the way forward, that someone who's rapping and singing could make an album that touches people's fucking hearts like this.
Mm-hmm. And 20 years later, it's still...
Nothing really matters. Yeah. Her and D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It still is influential.
Are you fucking kidding me? That song, when you play it to this day, you like, yo, how did they do that? To deliver the soul, to deliver... This is so amazing. So I took my chance, and it worked. To this day, she's like, that's why she's like, Irv, go ahead. She's like, she got love for me. And Mikkel was like, couldn't believe it. So the ending of that story, so boom, we start working. She sung like all of these songs, right? And it was all of these great songs, but they were songs about breaking up with a guy, right? So they was all like down. So after like the 6th song, I was like, this, and it was dope. Like you could see, like we connected. So after like the 6th song, I said, you know what, L Boogie? I'm only going to, I said, you know what? I was like, yo, because I really wanted to produce her. Mm-hmm. I felt I could sell 30 mil with her, for real, right? So I'm like, yo, I said, all of those songs was great, and they was. She played them on the guitar. And I was like, but yo, make me smile. Like, could you just make me smile? Everything, like, you know what I'm saying? Funny how situations, like, yo, I want you, if we got 10 songs, could you make me smile like 2-3 times? And then I'm gonna thug it out with you with all of this other real shit. Mm-hmm. But I said, if you have a whole real shit album like that, I'm like, it's too down. And she said, yo, I just ain't feeling like that. This is how I'm feeling. So I was like, yo, come to a club with me.
Did she go?
Did she go?
Let me finish the story.
Okay.
And she looked at me and she started smiling and laughing. I said, that's what I'm trying to get. I said, just come to a store, come to a club with me. And I said, no one will know it's you. Don't get dressed up and all eyes on me. Put a hat on. And I said, I'm going to bring out 50 of my niggas. And you're just going to be one person in the middle walking. No one will even know you're in there. Once we get to the table, you got your hat down or whatever. If you're not all look at me, they're not gonna know. They're gonna be like, oh, it's Murder Inc. in this bitch with a bunch of, and it was a bunch of niggas. And I said, if anyone says anything, we gonna smash them. Don't worry about it, right? But she was like, she said, all right. She was like, I'm gonna come with you. Mikkel couldn't fucking believe it. She couldn't believe it.
Because this was after you hugged her to death.
Yeah. No, she was, me and her.
With it, yeah.
I love her. I love Lauren. Like right now, I love her. If I see her, she gonna get that energy. She's somebody who I became friends with, who I just really love. Mary is, I kneel when I see her. Like I'm like my queen. You understand? Like, again, I will fucking fuck somebody up for Mary. Can do. She better not say the word. You understand? But the crazy shit. Bush got reelected. And remember, it was a funny style votes against Gore. And like Gore had one, and they said, no, the recount.
Yeah.
In Florida, he won, so Bush wins.
Yeah.
And she called me, and she was like, I can't go out. I have to. And that changed her whole zone. And she was on her political zone and how the world is fucked up. And I was like, fuck. And then after that, it was just like it never.
Well, that's how everybody felt on November 8th, 2016. Right. That was when, what's his face got the Cheeto got in the White House.
So when you look at when you look at what's happening today,
the pussy grabber. Can we talk about that for a second?
Sure.
How does he confess to be a known pussy grabber and he doesn't get in any trouble?
Because he's white, rich, and powerful.
Yeah, but he's the president.
Yeah,
like
but that
this guy says and does whatever he said it.
He just
if you want to just go grab a pussy, trust me, they like it.
He just
like where's Me Too? Where's the Me Too movement on this motherfucking Cheeto?
I did a video on Hollywood Unlocked today where Meg Thee Stallion now she's under fire because an old tweet popped up where she had called somebody a faggot online or whatever back in 2011. We live in an overly sensitized world now where I get in trouble for saying things that everybody's thinking, but we all thinking it, but we can't say it, so I don't give a fuck. But I say that...
You don't play with the gay mafia, though.
No, not at all. But one thing I will say is that I feel like Instagram and what you can say and what you can't say is based on who people like. He was really popular as a reality star, and he's white, rich, and privileged. And she's black, coming from the hood and on the rise, and she's under fire and for saying the faggot word, but he's not.
Listen, they got to Kev Hart. They stopped him from fucking hosting the Oscars, right? Because of some shit he said 10 years ago.
But he could have fixed that too. I think he thought he was white. I think he thought that he had.
He learned real fast.
Oh no! Sit your black ass down.
What's this shit?
Matter of fact, we're not.
I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay. Okay, nigga.
But when you look at hip hop and you look at Nipsey, like, what impact does him dying had on you? Because I know for me, I
hate it.
Nobody.
I truly hate it, and I'm gonna explain why. Nipsey, he was my friend. Every time I seen him, we always used to talk about the business. And actually, like 2 days before it happened, I was on the phone with Nipsey and basically telling him like it's his time. Because I love Racks in the Middle. I was like, that's the best record you ever made, nigga. I'm like, yo, nigga, you getting better and better and better. And then I was like, yo, get on everyone record and just kill him. And fucking you the top nigga in the West. I'm like, you the one. He's like, you think? I said, I know, nigga. You the nigga, because you embody that shit, the street shit and everything. There's no other nigga, like new nigga. I was like, it's you, nigga, it's you. And then they took his life. And it just reminded me about hip hop and how much I love it, but
hate it at the same time.
Well, because you've been through the era of this.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
It comes with the territory. A hip hop nigga, if you in your own hood, they will want to kill you because they're just mad or jealous. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up, but it's just that's what it is.
Thinking back over the years of you being in this business for as long as you have, and we've got the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. We've got the big sensationalized events that broke everybody's collective heart. What would you say is something like a really tragic event that happened that kind of was under the radar or kind of got overlooked or glazed over as history has kind of been written? What would you say from your perspective?
Off of hip hop, just the moment when Philando Castile got murdered by the cops, and then Alton Sterling, and And if you remember, Alton Sterling was the guy they had pinned. And they was finished, and the cop, bang, bang, and killed him.
Mm-hmm. That was horrible.
No.
Horrible to see.
That was, and if you remember, they happened like maybe a few days apart.
Mm-hmm.
That was something that I was like, this is crazy, and ain't nothing gonna happen to this cop.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was fucked up a little bit. Like the world is just fucked up, for niggas too, just for black people.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn well, if Tamir Rice was white and playing with a toy gun in the park and some cops blasted him, they would never get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
I feared for my life. He's 12 years old. And why must you do chest shots and kill shots? Shoot him in the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh, fuck. That's still bad, but he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The Alton Sterling thing fucked me up because they had him. He was pinned on the ground. He wasn't moving. It's two cops, and it looked like an execution.
Yeah, it did.
Because what the fuck did you? What was the fucking 300 raw for before you put two in his chest, dog? Did you wake up? Was your wife fucking a nigga, and you said, I'm gonna kill me a nigga today? Because my wife is getting fucking banged up by some fucking nigga. You understand? And what I say with police is we don't know what the fuck is going on in their lives. We don't know when they wake up what's happening with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, all they gotta say is my life is in danger and you're good.
Yeah.
Especially if you're black.
Yeah.
Yeah. My life was in danger. I killed them.
So all the difficulties that you had with law enforcement back in the early days of Murder Inc. when when you were getting arrested, it seemed like every 5 minutes, the whole $1 million bail and whatnot.
Right.
Would you say that you were mistreated by the cops as well?
I was mistreated by the feds, not the cops.
Mm-hmm.
The feds came after me because I was best friends with Kenneth Supreme McGriff.
Mm-hmm.
And me being the stupid nigga that I am, I was not gonna say I'm not his friend or he's not my brother when he is.
Mm-hmm.
Right now,
mm-hmm.
he's still my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they just came after me to deplete my funds because I would have helped him fight his case.
Mm-hmm.
I paid his lawyer $500,000. Then they did the Bruce Cutler shit and said that he can't represent him. So it was masterpiece theater for them to get him in prison.
Mm-hmm.
If they could have got me too, that would have been great. It's a bonus. But they didn't care. They knew their shit against me was so weak, that thing. But what they planned on doing is take every dollar from me, which they did. So he went at it with a legal aid against the feds. It's not.
See, this is where I'm still. I always try to ask Cardi to define racketeering for me because I've never heard that shit out here. I hear it more in New York.
These are words that they just made up: conspiracy, racketeering,
and then they lump anything they want in it.
Right.
So you look at like a 6ix9ine. Well, he's telling on everybody. Do you think he has a career? That nigga got in there and said, "Take this crayon off my face." These niggas. That nigga did it. He did it. She did it.
Let me tell you something. And I try to stay away from talking about that guy because
of who he's affiliated with.
No, not
50?
No. It's like me and my brother, we knew them, the Treyway dudes, all the people he was with. They knew us and respected us, like we know him. But he just be telling everyone suck his dick. He told Ebro, he said your mother could suck my dick, and Ebro said, "Yo, my mother is passed away." And he said, your dead mother could suck my dick. So these new niggas just they're so flagrant. So I try. I'm like, I don't want to say anything to jar him or whatever.
Right.
To say, Nene could suck my dick.
Yeah.
Because then my life is over.
Right. Right. By the way, happy belated.
Thank you. It was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Thank you. But you know what I'm saying? Like I try to,
Where do you think that? Because
I'm an older guy. I do not want to beef with nobody. I don't want no drama, nothing.
But I don't.
Here, do you think here's some good shit for 6ix9ine. I think when he comes out, I think he's gonna be the biggest rapper again.
He can't have a career after this.
You think them little white kids give a fuck? Once he says, yo, they was gonna hurt my moms or hurt me, you damn right I told on them niggas. The whole world, except for a small percentile like me, is gonna fucking say he's right. And he's going to walk around with a ton of security to protect his ass. And the fucking crazy thing is, as he started to know how to make records, his first records was just energy. When he did the record with Nicki, he got this record with A Boogie. You listen, you're like, oh, this nigga, he's starting to know what to do. So he's going to know how to come out.
Oh, he mastered building the fan base.
Making a record. I think he's going to still be shitting on everybody.
He might even do a song called I Snitched and still go platinum.
Yes.
That's the fucked up crazy. I mean, I never looked at the legends.
It's a different world.
Yeah, like none of our legends shitted on other legends. Or
It's a different world. It's a different world.
I told Cardi when she came out with Press, I was going to do a song called Press as the Press. Fuck it. I mean, anything can go viral at this point.
Anything can go viral.
Anybody can be a one-hit wonder.
Who knows what people take to?
Well, they're going to take the Tales on July 2nd on BET.
They sure
Only
are.
on BET.
And I've created this show. Irv, I've created this show, and I got your new number because I feel like I need a job. So I'm going to go take some acting classes. If you have a role, anything that you say, it's that nigga right there.
No, listen.
Don't hate the hustle, Melissa Ford.
No, listen.
I'm not hating you.
I give new actors and actresses opportunity. That's one of the things that I do that I really like about Tales. I feel God is blessing me, and I'm gonna bless others and give them the opportunity and exposure. So the fact that you never acted or whatever, I don't care. If I see a role and I'm like, yo, Jason can play this role, I'll call you. Melissa's gonna get a call.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But here's the thing. Think outside the box with me. Don't make me sexy. Don't make me what everybody already thinks about me.
You want to be Jungle Fever, Halle Berry crackhead.
It doesn't even have to be a crackhead. It could be like a mom who's lost no, that's losing Isaiah. Whatever. Think about it. Think outside the box with me.
You want something
I want something I can sink my fucking teeth into.
Super sexy.
Off of super sexy.
And
but you play super sexy so fucking well.
Yeah, and maybe we could just make you look real comfortable.
The original Hourglass. Y'all remember the video she would come? What was it? The first
Jessica Rabbit.
No, the original Jessica Rabbit when you fucking Big Pimpin'. Cheers and Jay doing a little switch like this. It was like, what the fuck?
Why weren't you? Would you believe I thought I was fat?
What?
I worked out and ran an hour a day for 2 weeks when I found out I got the gig because I was so intimidated by all the other girls on set being so
didn't you
slim.
just throw up?
I just didn't. No, yes. I really was like so intimidated.
You
by
hear this
every
all
girl.
the time by the hottest motherfuckers on the planet, and they tell you their insecurities.
And now I look at the video and I was like, God, I was a stupid bitch because I was.
You was on
bad.
fire. You was on fucking fire, yo.
Man. How come you weren't there?
I was there.
You weren't. Okay,
but I just wasn't in it. I was actually editing a video with Hype.
I was high as fuck the whole
everyone was high.
Time.
Everyone's high.
Like,
that was the way to do the video. Remember, Hype had Hype is so crazy.
He had like a plantation there.
Listen, Hype is so crazy. Now, Rockefeller at this point is the cockiest, most arrogant niggas in the world. Right? Everyone knows that, right? Hype has this huge fucking house and got them niggas in like the Ramada Inn. But hold it. All of the girls in the video, of course, is at the house. Yeah. So when Jay and Dame came with it, they wanted to kill this nigga, yo. They was like, all of the fucking hot chicks is at Hype's crib dancing around music, food, liquor, weed. And I was in a little room with Hype editing the Vita video.
I was gonna say
which they got mad at too. They like but then it was Gotti, so they was like all good. But they was like, nigga, fuck are you doing working on this shit?
Listen, we can go on and on because I forgot to even as I was on the way over here, we hit Damage, our other co-host, and I said, hey, so give me something I should bring up in the interview. And I didn't know. I mean, the rumor has it that you've taken down almost every Instagram model that's out there. We can save that for round 2.
No,
maybe not. But that's what I've heard.
I haven't taken down everything.
Almost.
And let me tell you. Let me tell you why I haven't taken down. Because it's like a community.
No, for sure.
So Jody was my girl. Yeah. Nothing but love, and then Ashley was my girl. Mm-hmm. Nothing but love. But between those two.
They wore you out?
I'm dead in LA because they know everybody. So any hot chick that you go to, they say, you used to fuck with Jody. You used to fuck with that. And then
One of those
I'm
are
dead.
the Taz Angel girls?
Yeah.
Ashley was.
She's cool. She's like nothing but good things to say.
Super beautiful.
Yeah.
And she's really talented as an artist.
She's a super talented painter.
Yeah.
And she could act. Mm-hmm. And she
Are we going to be seeing her in Tales season 2?
I don't know. She's going her path.
Okay.
And I'm going my path. So I don't know. But maybe, you know what I'm saying? I wish her all of the best or whatever and everything like that. But that's not a
She could definitely
that's not a true
she could
rumor that I've
definitely play
taken
that.
Throwing
down.
these bodies on Irv Gotti, damn it.
No, Irv.
And I'm looking for a wife.
Are you really?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah, of course. Who don't want to share their life with someone?
That's what I was saying today, Jason.
Life is so fucking good for me. Like I have big homes.
Fuck that. I get
in
married,
multiple
somebody try to come
cities.
take half my shit, then I'm
Well,
in
they're gonna sign a prenup because
Oh,
I've
for
got
sure.
divorced before, so I'm not doing that again, right?
But you didn't have a prenup before?
Me and my man Nick Cannon, we had the most greatest talk because we both said with divorce, we were simultaneously describing the room. So we was in the room and I was like, yeah, it was a room like this. He said, yeah. And I was sitting this side and she was sitting this side and the lawyer, I said, yeah. And the lawyers is just going after your shit. Right. and in that moment when they're going after your shit, you realize this was never about love.
Never.
This was a fucking 50-50 joint venture that I signed unknowingly that I'm going to give you half my shit.
So does the prenup say you leave with what the fuck you came with?
You ever see Intolerable Cruelty? I'm going to get the Massey prenup, the impenetrable prenup. Trust me, if I get married again, if I'm blessed to find someone that I truly love and want to spend the rest of my life with, she's going to sign a prenup. Now, hopefully she'll won't have to use it because she'll just be with me because I don't want to get divorced again. But if I do, I will have
Look
the
at
prenup.
Bezos. He gave his wife $65 billion.
He had to.
No.
Did you know how long they were married
No.
for?
Fuck,
No,
I
it
don't give
was
a
more than
fuck.
that.
Listen.
I don't care.
Listen, I'm thinking about killing her for that price. You could get a hitman for $1 billion.
But wait,
Like nigga, and you say he could charter a jet and have that shit fall
But
or
wait,
some shit.
but wait, did you guys hear how much?
I'm only joking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm only
not.
joking.
But did you-
I'm not. If you're a hitman, call me now because if I think about getting married, motherfucker,
But did
put
you
your
guys
payroll.
hear how much of it she gave away?
Yeah, half. She's a dumb bitch. Okay, on that note, we gotta go. Tales, July 2nd.
Tales
BET.
July 2nd, Brothers featuring Kanye West.
Directed by
Kanye
Gotti.
West featuring Charlie Wilson. You can only hear the song if you tune in. Tune in.
And directed
All
by
right, we out of
Gotti.
here. Peace.
Bye, everybody.